Hey, I don't feel so good. Something's not right. Something's coming over me. What the fuck is this? Oh, I'm out to destroy and I will cut you down. Black Friday. That's my Dave Mustaine impression. Figured I'd get a look out too. I should talk quicker, I suppose. Yeah. I'm contemplating a lot of things in my mind right now. But I realize I haven't been in touch as much with friends of mine. You know, this channel, I got people following around the world, and I even have like a 2% or maybe 0.2% of unspecified user gender. I'm like, I got everybody, man. Used to be there were never any women on it at all. Anybody but men. I don't know why that was. I think they were following the wrong path. Along the path, they might have run into some friends of mine around the world, like Jorn in Norway. Hardlister Knuller, am I? That's a friend of mine that I've had around for a while, and I haven't said hello to you in a while. I used to try and do it through these videos. I can't seem to figure out Skype. And I believe it's KPCM. I'm not sure. I didn't look this stuff up. I'm going from memory here. And look, I don't have any teleprompters. It's the weave. KPCM, I believe it is, that's in Ireland. Been there, had a beer there. Yeah. Went to Limerick and had like the 12-year-old kids on a gray fucking cloudy day walking up to a church by a cemetery. And these 12-year-olds come and they started throwing rocks at us and screaming shit in Gaelic. And it was obviously Gaelic because unless they were little Brad Pitts that they can't even interpret what he's saying as he tries to act like he's something, they were speaking another language. So I started yelling at them in Polish because we'd just come back from Poland not too long before that. I still had some fresh in my mind. Pivo, beer. Ubikacja toileta, that's toilet, bathroom. Ubikacja must be bathroom, but toileta, it's obviously a toilet. Yeah, I learned the things I need to get when I'm in a territory. And so they're in Ireland. I got to yell and they just stopped and they looked at me. We're by a cemetery. I've seen it in a video that somebody made once by the church. We were there for no reason at all, just wandering around Limerick looking for the joke. And those kids ran away, and I thought, oh boy. And I said to the other couple guys, I said, we got to get the fuck out of here. They're going to get their big brothers. I mean, these kids were throwing stones at us for nothing. We were just walking out there. You don't belong here. So you know what it's like to have people around there that feel like that. I believe it's KPCM I'm talking to. Nice to see you. Um, you should meet Jorn sometime. Silly Jorn. It's his channel. And then I think Troy Lang is in Canada. Sometimes, Troy, you kind of castigate me a bit. You too many times people say chastise. It's not chastising me if you're not stopping me from doing it, but you castigate me a bit. You give me kind of a verbal thing. Say, settle down, man. You don't be like them. It's such an asshole. And I'm like, that's the only language they understand. So he's castigating. He can't stop me. But Troy, if I got the place right, and the guy, I'm pretty sure you've been in Canada for a while. Um, I like talking to you. I don't think I've ever mentioned your name here. You wonder why I'm saying all you people's fucking names. You're the people around the world that are watching. I know you just witnessed something in this nation. What's today? It's Thursday, the 9th of November. Seems like I know somebody that died that day. Oh no, it's the 7th. I get so confused because that poor guy once, he said, and just you be sure to be there on January 5th. And people said, oh, he mistook it. It's supposed to be November 5th. See, all these numbers are getting fucked up. But the point that I took from that was he didn't mistake that. What he was doing was, if he lost the election, he wanted all his people at the Capitol on January 5th to get a head start on burning the fucker to the ground and finding everybody overnight that they could and murdering them. It seems like he has it planned. Somebody's got it all worked out, not me. I mean, maybe if you were paying me enough and you wanted an idea, I could tell you something like that, but nobody's paying anymore. So I know you guys out there and people all over else. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten you. There's Metal Ghost. He's out there in the desert somewhere where the big fighting's going to be. I saw a goddamn truck today. I'm driving down the road, and out in the world, there's this big truck. It was like brand new on the front. Like, wonder why everybody's got problems with finances. They've got all $80,000 trucks off the fucking lot and then fucking build them up, put fucking lights on them and shit. This guy took the bed off the whole thing and put some kind of box on there, and they're just flags. I mean, like, this is 2 days after an election. This is the first day I've started to see people get aggressive. I think they're getting pissed off. It's like they were expecting to be able to fight like when they woke up yesterday morning. And yesterday was very calm. I was out in the world. I've been out in the world a lot. And it was very calm, creepy, like being in the forest when the birds know you're there. Everything's kind of quiet. And then today, run into somebody that fucking just like, we stood there long enough that he finally turned to me in his jack boots. And he says, yeah, we're going to start making a lot of money pretty soon. He just had this, he did have an empty grin. There was no joy in it. He was doing one of those Trump testing things that have been going on for years. If you don't agree with him, they just shut the fuck up. This guy, it's too far gone for that. And I looked at him, I said, what do you mean we're going to be making a lot of money? He says, yeah, they're going to be getting rid of all the illegals. And This is just to let you people know what's going on in America today, the 7th of November, 2024. Um, so what do you mean? He said, yeah, they're going to get rid of all the illegals. And I looked at him, I said, wow. I said, you know that it's going to be hard for all of us. I don't normally talk to people that I know are just, now, no. It's just I don't normally run across them. I guess if you ask, it's kind of hard. Victoria, she tries to keep me quiet sometimes, only in extreme circumstances, but that doesn't work. And she's very good for me. And he says, what do you mean for all of us? And I said, well, there's going to be, they say, there's going to, I said, there's going to be a temporary hardship for all. And he looked at me like he didn't know what I was talking about. I said, Elon Musk. And it was in the last 2 weeks, but I said, Elon Musk in the last week has said that there's going to be a temporary hardship for all of us, but he didn't give a time frame. I said, we're all going to be hurting if that's the way that's working. And then he started getting mad because for some reason he was very calm. And just because it all applies to this story, I mean, imagine if he were a Christian evangelist supporting that poor guy. It doesn't make sense because he looked at me and for some reason he said, I've got bullets. And I'm like, well, yeah, a lot of people have bullets. And he's finally, I'm the devil, he said. And I looked and I said, I'm kind of a devil too. And he says, no, you're not. No, you're not. And then I tried to get into a conversation with him about how veterans don't support Trump, but I wasn't putting all that into it. And I mentioned, I said, you know, I did my war, and I got out. And he said, you want to see the mindset of these kids? This is like probably a 20-year-old. He was raised alone with his crazy, angry parents when quarantine was happening. And this is what he thinks now. He's old enough to vote, but not enough to think. He's still just doing what he's supposed to do. And I told him, and he said, that's your problem. You went to work for someone else or something. I'm talking about the U.S. military. What kind of shit have they got going on over there? I guarantee they're not going to do very well when they get shot at. If they start something, I know I'm not even meaning it that way. I'm talking in the mindset of if in another universe, if even in this universe, it hasn't happened, and I'll leave it at that. But that's what we're doing here. Jorn, KPCM, Troy Lang. As I was driving down the road, I saw that big truck put together. You know, this is the mindset of these people. And they put a big box on the back, had flags, and they had a big picture of that poor guy trying to look mean on the side of it. And it was painted desert. They took a $80,000 truck and fucking reconditioned it and painted over it with shitty paint to make it desert color. And as I'm driving by it, I'm just like, Jesus, man. I mean, what are you planning on doing? Going to the Mojave? Is that where you're going to be doing the fighting, or is it up on the Sand Hill Dunes, wherever, Great Bear Sand Hill Dunes up there in Traverse City? Are you going to be on the beach fighting? Wearing Woodland camouflage, you stupid bastard. You don't even know. Oh, well, why would you know which war you're fighting? That poor guy, the one that you're so happy with, that's about to destroy your fucking sense of reality, he figures we might be getting close to World War II. So the thing is, all I'm saying, I think about all you guys, and it's an interesting thing to consider. I probably should have gotten a hold of you just to see if you would or would not want to say something as you watch this thing approaching. And I just wouldn't have done that. Lost it for a minute there. It's just interesting to think. Stick around. And a crow will come and eat you.